Welcome to the fourth lecture of Analog Electronics. The module that we are studying is diode, and the things that we have completed till now about diode is the basic construction, operation and characteristics of a diode. So if you remember what we've done in the previous lecture, this is the symbol of a diode. This is the positive side, this is the negative side. We have studied two types of biasing, forward bias and reverse bias. If I want my diode to be forward bias, you connect the battery like this. So you've got the positive towards the positive end of p-type semiconductor and negative towards the n-type semiconductor. For a forward biased diode, my diode will behave as a closed switch. When I want to reverse bias this diode, what you do is instead of placing the battery like this, you turn the battery. So now we are going to place the battery in the inverted format. So to the positive end, you will connect the negative side of the battery, and over here you will connect the positive side of the battery. So this is what your battery will look like. My diode becomes reverse biased. For reverse biased, my diode behaves as a open circuit. So these are the two things that you need to remember for the part that we are going to study next, that is application of diode as a clipper. A clipper basically is a circuit that is going to clip away a part of your input signal. Now for clipping away a part of the input signal, you need to know what exactly is an input signal. So input signal is an AC signal. That is, it is going to have some frequency. A signal is a DC signal if the frequency is equal to 0. An AC signal normally has some frequency. By default, we assume that the frequency of my signal is going to be 50 Hz. This signal can be either a square waveform, triangular waveform, or sinusoidal waveform. To draw the circuit of a clipper, this first clipper circuit that we are studying is known as a series clipper. The simple reason being this diode, that is the clipping element, is placed in series. So suppose I take my input waveform as a square wave. Right now for the first positive half cycle, I have positive terminal over here given to this end of the diode. So initially for the first positive half cycle, that is this part, my diode is forward biased. So when I have to draw the output for this part, it will copy exactly the input. So I'll get something like this. In the negative half cycle, that is this part, my diode becomes reverse biased. So it gets replaced by a open circuit. When your diode gets replaced by an open circuit, this voltage that is there over here cannot reach the output because there is an open circuit in between. Therefore, zero voltage reaches the output. So if I have to draw the output voltage, it looks something like this. So the amplitude of the signal is exactly the same. There is no amplification that has taken place. There is only clipping that has taken place. This negative part of my waveform has got clipped, and therefore this series clipper is also known as a negative clipper. Now if I have to take another example, same circuit, instead of taking a square waveform, I have taken a triangular waveform. You can pause the video over here and try to figure out which part of this waveform will get clipped. It will work exactly like the square waveform has worked. So the output looks something like this, where the positive half cycle, that is this part, is directly copied at the output end, and this negative half cycle is the cycle that goes away. So it is a negative clipper. Now in this very same series clipper, if I add a voltage source over here, addition of this external voltage source to my clipper is known as biasing of the circuit. So now this is known as a biased series clipper. The waveform that you are seeing over here is a sinusoidal waveform. So we've taken a sine waveform as the input and I want to find out the output. Suppose I did not have this battery over here. It is very clear, since my diode is placed like this, positive half cycle would appear as it is. In the negative half cycle, I would have nothing. So this is what my waveform would look like. But now I have a battery over here. So what we are going to do is, first thing, we will figure out what is going to happen in the positive half cycle. So in the positive half cycle, this diode behaves as a closed switch. If it behaves as a closed switch and I want to write the KVL equation for this loop, my KVL equation is going to be minus Vi plus V plus V naught is equal to 0. You rewrite this equation, you'll get V naught is equal to Vi minus V. Okay. In the negative half cycle, what is going to happen? In the negative half cycle, the first thing that happens is I get negative here, positive here. This diode becomes an open circuit. Since this diode is an open circuit, can any of this voltage go ahead? There is an open circuit in between, so no. So you can directly write down that V0 is going to be equal to 0 volts. Now when you have to draw this waveform, what is going to happen? Positive half cycle, I have Vi minus V. Negative half cycle, you have 0. So if you look at the circuit, this is exactly what we've done. Positive half cycle, may your circuit look something like this, and your final waveform looks something like this. So how exactly have they drawn this final waveform? This Vm is the instantaneous maximum value that you have over here. Now I am drawing this line. What is this line that I have drawn? This is voltage V. So when I have to draw the output, what I'm going to do is get this part down over here, get this part down over here, and draw the output from this point. So if this is my line for drawing the output, your output is going to be over here. And this value that you are getting over here is going to be Vi minus V at every point. So for the maximum, this Vi will be nothing but Vm. So this is the final circuit that you have got. So if you can see, between 0 and this point, I have no waveform. Between this point and T by 2, I have no waveform. The same thing is shown over here. You can go back a few steps and see these steps again as to how this waveform is drawn. And in the negative half cycle, I have got V0 is equal to 0. So I have no output over here. So that is what will happen in the off state. In the off state, my diode is replaced by a open circuit. So I am getting 0 voltage at the output. This is known as a biased series clipper. Now suppose I take, instead of assuming just a random biased series clipper with no voltage, what I've taken over here is a set of voltage. So I've got a 20 volt input. Okay. So assuming this is 20 volt on the positive side, 20 volt on the negative side. So this is a 40 volt peak to peak sine wave. What is going to happen in the forward bias? In the forward bias, this diode is going to be replaced by a short circuit. So when I have to write an input wave equation over here for the positive half cycle, my equation is going to be minus Vi. Okay. Now I was going to write plus V, but you need to see that this signature over here, the sign that is given is minus. So instead of having plus, you are going to have minus over here. So this is going to be minus 5 plus V0 is equal to 0. So from here I'll get V0 is equal to Vi plus 5 volts. What will happen in the negative half cycle? In the negative half cycle, this diode will be replaced by an open circuit. So no voltage from here is going to reach this end. So I can directly write V0 will be equal to 0 volts. How are we going to draw this waveform? For drawing this waveform, the first thing that I will do is I'll draw the input waveform. So this is my 20 volt peak to peak. In this 20 volt peak to peak, I have got minus 5. So this is the minus 5 volts that I'm drawing over here. This right now is 20 volt peak to peak. For you to draw the output, what you will be doing is you get this point down here and you get this point down here. So I'm just going ahead and drawing another half waveform. So it looks something like this. So what you're going to get at the output is going to be something like this. Okay. And the amplitude of this is going to be 20 plus this 5. So this is going to be 25 volts. This is your output voltage. You have got time axis over here. This is time and this is your input voltage. So when I'm seeing the output, this is what it looks like. So that is exactly what I've tried to draw on the top over here. So T by 2 is here and this is T. So what you've got over here is you've got 5 volts, that is the minus 5 that I have shown over here, which has got shifted on top. So this is that 5 volt value. So this is the waveform that you are getting at the output. Now this is the equation from which you have to draw this waveform, but the shortcut method that we use is, if I see a -5 over here, I draw this -5 and then accordingly I draw the wave that is remaining. This is known as a biased series clipper. Okay. I'm assuming that you have understood everything till here and you actually understood what exactly a clipper behaves like. So we are going to do something a little bit more tricky. Instead of taking a standard square wave, triangular wave, sine wave, since that is not the kind of waveform that you are generally going to get, what I've taken over here is a slightly different type of square waveform. Positive side it has 20 volts and negative side it's got -10. So what is going to happen in this case? At this point, what you can do is, just to check whether you understood clippers, pause the video, take a notebook, try and solve this by yourself, draw the final waveform as to what it looks like, and then probably come back to the video and check if you actually understood what we're doing. Assuming that you've done that, if you've come back to the video, first positive half cycle, this diode will be forward biased. If the diode is forward biased, it's going to act as a short circuit. Applying KVL to the input loop over here for the positive half cycle, what we are going to get is -Vi -5 plus V0 is equal to 0. So I'm assuming by now you have figured out, if I see a minus, I write a minus. If I see a plus, we write a plus. So this is going to be V0 is equal to Vi plus 5 volts. In the negative half cycle, my diode gets replaced by an open circuit. Since your diode is replaced by an open circuit, this voltage V0 over here will be equal to 0 volts. How are you going to draw the waveform? By now you must have figured out how to do it. So this is your input waveform. You will draw this -5 line over here. So this is going to be -5 volts. Why have I drawn this line? Because there is a -5 over here. How do I know that it is -5? Because of this negative sign. So now when I'm saying V0 is equal to Vi plus 5 volts, Vi over here is maximum 20. So 20 plus 5 is 25. V0 is 0. When you draw the final waveform, it looks something like this. Positive half cycle, you've got 25 volts. Negative half cycle, you've got 0. And if you see, this transition has happened slightly before T0 by 2. Now coming to the next part, the next thing that we are going to study is a parallel clipper. Obviously, series clipper was known as a series clipper because diode was placed in series. Now the diode is placed in parallel, therefore a parallel clipper. You can pause the lecture over here and try and figure out what kind of output this circuit is going to give to you. I have a positive over here, so this positive is coming over here. That means for the positive half cycle, this diode is forward biased. If it is forward biased, it gets replaced by a short circuit. A short circuit always has voltage 0 through it. So for the positive half cycle, my V0 will be equal to 0 volts. So this part of the waveform is not going to be there at the output. In the negative half cycle, your diode gets replaced by an open circuit. So this V0 is directly copied as Vi, assuming that there is no drop across the resistor R. So V0 will be equal to Vi. That means this part of my waveform will directly be copied at the output. So if you look at the output waveform, it looks something like this. Positive half cycle, you've got 0 volts. Negative half cycle, you've got -V. Since the positive part of your waveform is gone, therefore it is known as a positive clipper. If I take the same thing and I draw it again, instead of drawing a square wave, I have now taken a triangular wave. Exactly the same type of waveform, exactly the same thing is going to happen. So you can just repeat what we've done above and try and draw the waveform. The waveform is going to look something like this. In both of these cases, the positive waveform has been clipped. Therefore, this type of a circuit is known as a positive parallel clipper circuit. Now coming to the next set of circuit. If you're going to look at this circuit, I have taken a triangular waveform 16 volt peak. You have to determine the output voltage for the given network. In the first positive half cycle, what is going to happen to this diode? This diode is going to be open circuit because it is reverse biased. Since it is open circuit, in the positive half cycle, V naught will be equal to Vi, that is, it will be equal to the 16 volt that is over here. In the negative half cycle, my diode will be forward biased. Since my diode is forward biased, it will be replaced by a short circuit. Now, when this diode is replaced by a short circuit over here, this V naught will copy the voltage that is in parallel over here. This voltage now is 4 volts. Since this plus sign and this plus sign are in the same direction for the negative half cycle, you can directly write V naught will be equal to 4 volts. How exactly are you going to draw this waveform? You are going to draw 4 volt over here and you pull this down. So for you to draw this output signal, if this is my line T and this is the output voltage, I will have 4. It will be a triangular wave that goes to 16 and then this will continue at 4. So if you're going to draw the waveform, it looks something like this, where you've drawn a 4 volt level and then you get this down, you have maximum 16 and this is the 4 volt line that you are drawing. Now in this case, it is the negative part of my waveform that was clipped. So this is known as a negative biased parallel clipper. Now going ahead from this circuit, the only difference in this circuit right now is I have to determine the output voltage for the very same network that you took before, but the condition is do not assume the diode to be ideal. So if the diode is ideal, in forward bias, I am assuming the diode to be replaced by a short circuit, and in reverse biased, I am assuming the diode to be replaced by a open circuit. But if my diode is not ideal, then it will become forward bias only after it crosses the barrier potential of 0.7 volts. So I cannot directly consider it to be forward biased to be replaced by a short circuit. So what you do instead is this. That is, in my first positive half cycle, when your diode is forward biased, what is happening is it is getting replaced by a battery of minus 0.7 volts. So when it is forward biased, it is replaced by this battery. Since it is replaced by this battery, so I have got minus over here, plus over here. So this is going to be 4 minus 0.7. So what do I get over here? This becomes 3.3 volts. So when my diode is forward biased, the voltage that I am getting over here is 3.3 volts. And when your diode is reverse biased, this part will be replaced by an open circuit. So your V naught will directly copy the voltage Vi. So what is happening in this case is your output looks something like this. So when it is forward biased, the output that you are getting is 3.3 volts. When it is reverse biased, the output that you are getting is 16 volts. This again is a biased negative parallel clipper. The only difference between the previous sum and this sum is over here I had 4 volts in the previous sum and I have got 3.3 volts in this one. This is the difference when you replace an ideal diode by a diode that is not assumed to be ideal, or rather that is assumed to be a practical diode. Now since we've studied most of the types, just to put everything into a summary, in simple series clipper, the diode is always placed in series. You have two different types of clippers over here. I have first a positive clipper and second a negative clipper. Negative clipper means the negative part of the waveform will go away. Positive clipper means the positive part of the waveform will be clipped away. So when you are drawing this negative clipper, your output looks like this. That is because in the positive half cycle, this is forward bias short circuit, I get output. Reverse bias open circuit, no output. Exactly the opposite happens in positive clipper and your output looks something like this. Coming to positive biased series clippers. So when I have positive biased series clippers, your diode direction is same like a positive clipper. So you know that the positive part of your waveform is going to get clipped. But what else is going to happen? So for finding out what else has to happen, you will have to apply an equation. So what kind of equation do you apply? First positive half cycle, My diode is reverse biased or forward biased. First positive half cycle, diode is reverse biased. Since diode is reverse biased, V0 will be equal to 0. Negative half cycle, diode is forward biased. This has become minus and plus. So for your negative half cycle, you will have plus Vi plus V plus V0 is equal to 0. V0 is equal to minus Vi minus V. And positive half cycle, I have V0 is equal to 0 volts. So how is this shown? This is how this is shown. So what exactly has happened over here? In the negative half cycle, I am getting minus Vm plus V. So that is nothing but minus Vi minus V can be rewritten as minus Vi plus V, and this Vi, the maximum value is Vm, and in the positive half cycle you are getting 0 volts. What is going to happen in this case? Again you will have to rewrite the set of equations. So that is something you can do by yourself. Once you rewrite the set of equations and draw the waveform, you should get a waveform that looks like this. Shortcut method of drawing these waveforms, when you are drawing this is plus V. So you draw plus V over here. Okay, so at the output you should get this entire length of the waveform. Shortcut method over here, this is minus V. So you draw minus V over here, and at the output what you get is this much part of your waveform. Going ahead, we have biased negative series clipper. So again in this case it's a negative clipper. Positive half cycle, this diode is going to be forward biased. So if I write the equation for the positive half cycle, I will have minus Vi plus V plus V0 is equal to 0. You've got V0 is equal to Vi minus V. In the negative half cycle, your diode gets replaced by a open circuit because it is reverse bias. So you have V0 is equal to 0 volts. If you draw this waveform, this is what it looks like. So the shortcut method is, since I have a plus V over here, you draw plus V over here. It is a negative clipper, so everything below this is going to get clipped, and this is the part that you will get at your output. In this waveform, your shortcut method would be, you have seen a minus V over here, so you draw a minus V here. It is a negative clipper, so everything below this gets clipped out, and the output that you get looks something like this. You will have to apply the set of equations and find out what the answer is. So in the exam, given a question like this, the sum normally comes for 10 marks. You will have to apply equations for positive half and apply equations for negative half and then draw this waveform. However, for examinations like GATE, you need not apply these equations, because simply by looking at this waveform and looking at this circuit, look at the circuit, confirmed it is a negative clipper because your diode is placed like this, confirmed it is a series clipper because your diode is in series. You see a plus V over here, so you place your plus V over here, and this waveform that you see on top is going to be your output. This shortcut method is always going to work, but for Mumbai University examinations, you will have to solve the entire sum and prove that this is the waveform that you are going to get at your output. Now coming to simple parallel clippers. So if I place my circuit like this is a positive clipper. What happens at the output is you get an output like this. That is because first half cycle your diode is forward biased, so it is going to copy this 0 volts that is over here. Next output cycle, this gets next negative half cycle, it gets replaced by an open circuit, so V0 copies Vi. Negative clipper, exact opposite things happen. So this is what your output looks like. Now coming to biased positive clippers. In biased positive clipper, if I'm going to take the first circuit, in the first positive half cycle, this diode is forward biased. So since it is forward biased, it is going to be replaced by a short circuit. So V0 is directly going to copy this voltage plus V. So I can show a plus V over here. In the negative half cycle, this diode gets replaced by a open circuit. So this V0 is going to copy Vi, that is the waveform that is over here. So when I draw this waveform, it looks something like this. In the next one, In the positive half cycle, this is forward bias, so replaced by short circuit. V0 is going to copy minus V. So I'm drawing my minus V over here. And in the negative half cycle, V0 is going to copy Vi. It is a positive clipper, so everything that is on top is going to go away. Your output waveform is going to look something like this. And the same thing again, you will have to write in terms of equations and solve, but since we've already written the equations before, I'm not going to do it again. Now coming to biased negative parallel clippers, what is going to happen in this clipper is, it is a biased negative parallel clipper. So if I have to solve it directly like you would do for gate, this is minus, so you draw a minus over here. You know it is a negative clipper because of how the diode is placed, so it is going to remove everything from the negative side. What you get at the output waveform will look something like this. On the other way, this is positive, so you draw positive over here. It's a negative clipper, so it clips everything that is below, and the output waveform that you get is something that looks like this. How to solve it using equations is something that we have already done before, so that is the method that you are going to use. What is going to happen in the positive half cycle for this is my diode is going to be reverse biased. Negative half cycle, your diode is going to be forward biased, so you're going to solve it accordingly. Now, if you have actually understood how clippers are working, you should be able to pause the lecture over here and figure out what is my output waveform going to be for this circuit. Okay, so this is a circuit where I have given you two pairs of diodes. Now, what is going to happen in this first set of diode? First, you'll have to figure out this first diode, whether it's a positive clipper or a negative clipper. This one is a positive clipper. And the second one that is shown to me is a negative clipper. So if I've got to draw the waveforms directly, since this is a positive clipper and this is plus V1, I'm going to draw plus V1 over here. So this is V1. It is a positive clipper. It's going to clip everything on the positive side. So what remains in my waveform is going to look something like this. So this is going to go till V1. And then I'm going to have my this sine wave below, which is going till minus Vm. And this is my value V1. Here I have V2. This is a negative clipper. This is minus. So I'm going to draw a line at minus V2. And once you draw this line at minus V2, it is a negative clipper. So it's going to clip out this part. So this only part that you're going to get at the output is this part that is there in between. So your output is going to look something like this. This is a really simple method for you to figure out what your output is going to look like. When you are actually solving this sum, you will have to write step number 1. What happens? I'm going to name both my diodes. This is going to be diode D1. This is going to be diode D2. So what happens to D1 in the first positive half cycle? What happens to D1 in the negative half cycle? What happens to D2 in the positive half cycle, what happens to D2 in the negative half cycle. You will have to write down all of these steps and solve and figure out how to get this waveform. These kind of sums are normally a 2-mark question in the GATE exam, where they'll give you 4 options, and if you saw how we solved it by just drawing the waveform, this doesn't even take a minute for you to solve. There is no need for writing any equations. You just see how this voltage is given over here and you figure out what your output is going to look like. But when you are solving it for the Mumbai University exam, you will have to actually write down all these steps and then draw the output waveform. So if you're able to do this, now for the final slide that we have, this is the last slide that we are having on clipper circuit. So I'm going to assume that from slide number 1 till now you have understood practically everything that is there to understand in this circuit. So you've got a circuit over here. It has 2 silicon diodes. The question is sketch the output voltage for the given circuit. If this is the type of question that is asked and it is not mentioned whether your circuit, the diodes are ideal or not ideal, you can always assume that my diodes are ideal. So assuming that your diodes are ideal, since your diode is placed in this position, this first diode D1 is a positive clipper. Your diode D2 is a negative clipper. You can see plus 5.3 volts over here. So you draw plus 5.3 volts, one straight line of 5.3 volts. And I can see minus 7.3 volts here. So I draw a line of minus 7.3 volts. This has almost become an 8, but it's okay. This is minus 7.3 volts. Diode D1 is a positive clipper, so it's going to clip out this part. Diode D2 is a negative clipper, so it's going to clip out this part. What remains in between is what I'm going to get in the output of my circuit. So my output is going to look something like this. I've got my output that goes till plus 5.3, and over here that goes till minus 7.3 volts. So this is minus 7.3, this is plus 5.3 volts, this is V0. Now suppose it is specifically mentioned that your diode is a practical diode. You will have to replace this diode with batteries for when they are forward biased. Now how are you going to replace them with batteries? This will be the battery for diode D2 when it is forward biased. The value of the battery is going to be 0.7 volts, and this will be the battery that I replace for diode D1 with value 0.7 volts. So both batteries in the same direction. This is going to be 5.3 plus 0.7, which is 6 volts. This is going to be 7.3 plus 0.7, which is 8 volts. So what has happened now is this 5.3 is going to become 6 volts, and this minus 7.3 is going to become minus 8 volts. So when you are drawing this waveform, your waveform is going to be the exact same thing. The only difference is it's going to go till 6 volts over here and till minus 8 volts over here. So this will be your output waveform. So I'm assuming you have understood that clippers are divided into two types. You've got series clipper as type 1 and you've got parallel flipper as type 2. These names are given dependent on whether the diode is placed in series or in parallel. Each of this is again divided into two types. You've got positive clippers and negative clippers in both the cases. And in both the cases, my diode will either be ideal or it will be a practical diode. When it is a practical diode for forward bias, you cannot replace it by a short circuit. You replace it by a battery of 0.7 volts. In these clippers, along with positive and negative, you also have something known as biased clippers. These biased clippers is whenever I have a diode and I apply an external biasing or an external battery, it is known as bias clippers. So these are the types of clippers that you are supposed to know. We have studied both the detailed method and the shortcut method to understand the working of clippers. Clippers is the first application of diode that we are studying, and one of this clipper is majorly going to be used in the next part of the same module that we are doing. So I'm hoping till here you have understood how a clipper actually functions, since this is the first circuit that we have studied in EDC.